An independent lab tested 12 popular children vitamins for lead, cadmium, arsenic, and mercury. 2 came back completely clean and 10 did not. But here is what I want you to understand, because this is where the conversation usually stops and it shouldn't. The contamination is not random. There's a clear pattern in the data, and once you see the pattern, you understand why certain products consistently test higher than others. The products with highest arsenic levels, one came back at 310 parts per billion and another at 120, are products that contain plant-based and botanical ingredients, herbs, whole food blends, naturally sourced minerals. And I want to be very clear about what I'm not saying here. I am not saying botanicals are dangerous. I'm saying that botanicals grown in depleted and contaminated soil will absorb what is in that soil. Heavy metals don't get added to plants, they get absorbed from the ground those plants grow in. The same herb can test for 10 parts per billion or 310 depending on where it was sourced and if anybody bothered to test it. So the pattern in this data is not about ingredient type. It is about the gap between what a brand sources and what a brand verifies. The premium botanical heavy products, the ones that look most natural on shelf, are often the ones leaning hardest on perception of clean rather than verification of clean. And parents who are trying the hardest to do right for their children are often buying exactly those products. So here's the regulatory reality underneath all of this. The proposed safety threshold for arsenic in children's supplement is 9 parts per billion. One product in this test came back 310, 34 times above the level of what the scientific community considers protective. Another came back at 120, more than 13 times above it, and currently completely legal because those thresholds were never passed into law. But here is what I want to leave you with, because this is not a hopeless conversation. Heavy metals have always been in soil, and plants have always absorbed them. That part is not new. What is new is that we now have the technology to actually see it. Batch level testing, ingredient traceability, supply chain visibility from farm to the finished product. The contamination problem is really a visibility problem, and visibility is solvable. And ask one question: does this brand publish batch level test results by ingredient, or do they go above and beyond to share transparently? The answer tells you everything about whether they've done the work or just slapped a logo on their packaging. If you found this helpful, please share it with another parent who might be wondering about heavy metals.